Hi, baby.
Hey, now I want to say this. There's people that go to work for 9 hours from 9 to 5. I think that's 9 to 8 hours. They said 9 to 5. And let me show you something. All right, for 8 hours on a 9 to 5 job, from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you would have made $120. That's 120 minutes. For every one of the minutes of your life, you would have paid $120. You would have gotten paid for your life span $1 per minute. And I guarantee you, for rich people and poor people, if they could get their parents back and they could sell everything they have to get them back and start all the way over and make $120 an hour after they realize that being rich and famous is not all what it's cut out to be. I have a strong notion that many people, and when I say many, I mean many people will drop that money and they'll pay for their parents to be back in their life. And they will work on a 9 to 5 job and make $120 a day if they could get their parents back in their life. Now, some people may tell a lie and say, not me. But I promise you that if a lot of people had the opportunity and the choice, they would drop all that money inside of whatever doctor office they got to do it, resuscitate their parent out of that coma, and bring them back and get paid $15 an hour just to have another lifespan with their parents. There's a movie that came out, Shalom, Sister Naomi. There's a movie that came out, the people they trade life, right? They trade their life to the rich. And the rich people buy up all the life. And the poor people, they just like on the PayPal card, they paying for minutes, and some of them paying for hours. This is how this is how it is when people don't value your work. When people not valuing you laboring for them. Let me show you something. The study shows that approximately 31 in 100,000 people are in a coma. And each year, there are around 258 in 100,000 people who enter into a coma because of acute brain injury. Now, in order to hold a bed in the hospital, the cost is about 5,000 to $6,000 a day to hold a bed. And many of y'all that work inside of the hospital in hospice, if y'all aware of how much it costs for them patients to hold that bed, it is 5,000 to $6,000 a day. And oh my goodness. And I'm gonna show you something else. Look, how much money do it cost to give somebody a soda out of the stove that's starving on the side of the road? That show you that people do not care. They say they care, but they don't care. Because if they care, there is much money that they pay for their mother or their father or their friend to be alive in the hospital. Many of us, if we got in a comatic state and was in the hospital on the bed, they probably have them pull the plug today because they can't stand people that tell them that we should love one another. A lot of people will pull the plug on you. They will pull the plug on you. Remember, I'm speaking on this. Remember this. I'm speaking on this. Look at this. Sometimes life support is for people with serious brain injuries. It is commonly used in any of these levels of brain injury. Coma, in a coma, someone looks asleep, has no awareness of consciousness, and can't be woken up. This is usually a temporary state. Every night when you go to sleep, they say that you are in a semi-coma. So when patients go inside the hospital and they're holding up beds, when you go to sleep at night, you are holding the bed as a coma patient. All right? And America, with their racist policies and stuff, where people don't want you to talk about it because they act like you not talking about what y'all want you to talk about. And Pastor Kelly helped me out with this one right here. A lot of people don't realize how much it costs to just be in that bed. Now you got to pay for medicine and everything. And they say, and when we is trying to come together as a people, why are we prioritizing people who overcharge you and who don't pay you enough to pay the cost to be put inside a hospital bed? Why are they always the top priority in our conversations? When we start trying to ask where all the money for these churches is going and people getting mad, why is people making rich people who don't care nothing about your existence the top priority whenever we talking about something? Now, let me say this to you. When the rich and the poor came to Messiah, when the poor person did something righteous, that poor person was honored by Yahweh over the rich when the rich got wrong. But many people want to be friends with the rich so that they could get benefits. And the rich may play along with you for a little bit because they know what you're doing. But when they get tired of playing with you, you like a little play toy. When they get tired of playing with you, then they bored with you. So, I mean, it's just, you know, done with you now. So, whew, that's how that go. Rich folk will come inside of your church every 4 years and tell you how they feel about you, hold your baby and everything. And we have we have amnesia. A lot of us, we done forgot that the same person that's petting our baby on the head was sicking the police dogs on us through policies and putting us inside of prisons. And when they people got sick, when his people started getting sick, he laid out a plan to put them in hospitals and get them treatment. But when our parents was hooked on crack cocaine and on rock or whatever they can get their hand on, they didn't do your people like that. So you got to show your people compassion and love your people. And I don't care what nobody say, we shouldn't be talking about politics when we talking about love. Wait a minute. Politics is being used against me and my people, and we need to learn what's going on. The Bible say, do not be ignorant of Satan devices. Do not be ignorant of Satan devices. All of these policies come from politicians is trying to tell you about what policies and this and that and the other. And rich folk go churches, a lot of these cathedrals got plenty of money. They can pay off people. They ain't got to pay taxes. They ain't got to worry about paying no taxes on their stuff. But they telling people that got to pay taxes how they should feel about their life. Let me tell you something. Your life is worth more than $1 a minute because, like I said, my grandmother is worth more than what that picture they put on that paper. And let me show you something. Even if you getting paid $1 a minute with, I think it's Abraham Lincoln image on it. And then the $5 got Abraham. No, I don't think it got Abraham. I think George Washington is on the $1 and Abraham Lincoln on the $5. So in order for you to reach the value of your time, you will have to spend 5 minutes in order to reach the worth that you worth of yourself as Abraham Lincoln. So when you see a sister got a storefront open up out there, and she got hair out there in her store, and she got her hair at a lower price or at a higher price, how much valuable is your life worth? If you see that taxes and everything is hitting that sister like wildfire, and she got to put an extra money on there to cover the taxes on there, and then she got to put that money inside of the bank, and she can't touch that money, and then she got to pay taxes, overrated taxes. People don't understand the importance of your time. Them people come and ask you to vote for them. They take up all of your time when you could be loving on one another and spending. If you're going to spend an hour with whatever person going to be the president this year, why wouldn't we take out 10 minutes out of our time to come together as a people? Because we ain't getting paid nothing to sit in there and being taught sweet to and getting pat on the head. And then after all that, they going into their neighborhoods. You don't know these people, but you know who Ma Baloo is across the street. Shalom, sister. Gift of Yah. We know who Ma Baloo is across the street. And I'm just laying that out because that's some of the names that some of the elderly people would name their children. We know who Susie May is across the road over there. We know who Hattie May is. We know who Tequila and Tashika them is. We know who Bobo is. We know who Jaquan them is. We know who Pookie, and we know who Ray Ray them is. Even the demons said to the men that was trying to cast them out, we don't know you. And they jumped over them people and ripped them up. Even the demons in hell work together. The Bible said, forsaking ye not to assemble yourselves together, as some of us have made it a custom in doing. Now, how could we join together if all we finna do is scrap and fight? Therefore, it's better to be alone than in the house of the wicked. So we ain't got to show up in no whole house on the wrong day, on Sunday, on Nissan, so we can play the hoe. So if we not gonna get out, so we got to get, so he say, let he that have an ear, let him hear. So you that got an ear, we supposed to be coming together and trying to work together. For many of us that say we are a remnant, then there should be a remnant of people coming together that's actually not just talking, because the apostle Ya'aquaba, the apostle James said that if all you doing is talking, then you ain't doing nothing. Then your work is dead. You like the corpse inside of the graveyard, and you don't talk to corpse. We don't supposed to commune with corpse. So how can dead corpse do anything or get anything done? Our works is corpse. There is no works if we ain't doing nothing. So what I'm saying, And I understand why many of us, bless you, baby. I understand why many of us don't want to come together. Do y'all remember what the BLM movement did to our people when we came together during the BLM movement? What happened when we came together under the movement of a lot of these movements either have been infiltrated or they were perpetrated and started up by COINTEL. Do y'all remember with the Black Panther Party and the Black Panthers? What happened to the Black Panthers? What happened to the leaders that was actually putting their life on the line? What happened to the leaders that was poor? They was poor because of their convictions. They was poor because they was doing the work that that people that want to keep you oppressed don't want to be done. Those people, and when you say, a lot of people say they is a a civil rights or whatever they want to call it leader, or there's a spokesman for the people. Many of those people is not paid because there's no job offering to keep people well. There's offerings for jobs in the government to make sure that so-called black people stay in bondage. There's a job for you to be a hopping bob. Hopping bobs get paid way more than a mother that's opening up her house for a soup kitchen. Hopping bobs on television that'll lie to the people, that'll lie to Israel and say they done away with, get paid more. There's government grants for you to go on TV and do that. How much money? How many artists that's out here? Sister Gift of y'all. You know I ain't telling no tale. Sister Gift of y'all. How many artists is out here that really want to help their people, that really do love their people? How many artists is out here that's struggling from day to day and they still put out the music because they love their people? How many artists out here that do that that's not getting the recognition that they deserve? Because you do deserve the recognition that you deserve. Not many. How many, they say, conscious artists that's actually telling the truth? How many of them is getting paid millions to sell out a show? That's not jealousy. This is the truth. And this is real. When people say that's jealousy, all they trying to do is throw shade on you. Mosh Bakar, don't let people shame you into silence. Because that's what they're getting paid to do. They're getting paid to shade you into silence. How many real missionaries? How many real missionaries that's taking people into their houses for real? And I know somebody that gave a testimony and said that she took people inside of her house. Why if that person like that had enough money, what they doing with the little, how much more they'll do with the much? The scripture say, muzzle not the ox that tread out the corn. That don't mean go and give it to the pimp, to the nearest pimp near you. The scripture say, you shall know a man by his fruit. I know brothers and sisters that's living from paycheck to paycheck, that'll work with somebody that got billions of dollars on a job. And when they get off that job, if their mama gets sick and they rent and they rent take almost everything they got, if they could, because I don't think you could send no Western Union, no $1 Western Union, and what that's gonna do for mama. But if those people who open up, if you give the right people, like I said, people don't understand what people are saying. So let me use the creation to explain this. A lot of people don't understand, and the remnant understand what I'm saying. So with creation, if you rent a Chihuahua to be a hunting dog, and they overcharge you for the Chihuahua, it'll be better for you. What people ain't paying the hound dog, they want to pay to the Chihuahua just to look pretty. Shalom, sister, professor, lovely lady. They'll pay the Chihuahua just to look pretty, just for symbolism, to look like they about something. They'll pay the Chihuahua just to dress, they'll dress the Chihuahua just to look pretty. But they don't want to pay the hound dog price to the man that's renting out hound dogs. So you could go and hunt for quail. They don't want to pay the hound dog price. They'll pay the Chihuahua. They'll pay the price that they should pay to the man that got the hound dogs. They'll pay that for the person with the Chihuahua. People will pay for let me see this. I'm gonna use another example. A man that's renting lizard skins for a person to do a wedding for their dress. So they get lizard skin dress and lizard skin shoes, and they'll rent that to them. That they'll sell that more higher than a person that'll give them sheep skin dresses and suits for their wedding. So the sheepskin dresses, the person that's out there sheaving the sheep and taking good care of the sheep out there, they'll pay that person. Matter of fact, I got a better one. You could do 2 sheep. So this person selling the sheep for a higher price, and they abusing the sheep, and this person selling the product for a good price without interest on it, and they still won't even pay them what they deserve as a hire. So when the scriptures say, muzzle not the ox that tread out the corn, many of these preachers ain't even doing what they saying. All they doing is running their mouth, and most of them ain't even telling you the truth. A ox muzzling out the corn mean he out there doing business. He out there in the field. Many of these people is not doing nothing but running they mouth. All they doing is running a big mouth, and we'll send them tokens of love, money, and everything. We'll send them gifts. We'll send them cars. There was an Israelite from the northern tribe. I believe he's from the northern tribe. He did an experiment. And Shalom, Sister Abigail Abiyah. There was a brother that did an experiment. He's a multi-millionaire. He noticed that a lot of people wanted to help people that was sick and shut in. I was one of the ones that put up something to help. I made a page on Facebook say, pay what you want. And I didn't want to take the money for myself. So I made a page called Pay What You Want, Pay What You Can Afford. And then I told anybody that if you sick or if you hungry or whatever, y'all come on this page. And I invited church ministries and all that on there. And I said, help the people, right? Businesses, seeing Walmart requests to be on there, whatever. And you could give what you want. I noticed that on that page, there's still people. There was a woman on there, a stranger, that know that we Israel. There was a stranger on there that been homeless for years. And she's still on there. What's going on? How many people that own houses in this world, they can't give this woman no place to stay? They can't put the rent where she can afford it? They added interest rates on stuff. Where is the mega pastor that's shaking their jury online saying prosperity gospel? Chingity ching ching ching. Come on, family. Come on, come on. Y'all got to give. Give inside of the offering pot. Give inside the offering pot. But you got a brother that's out there spending his own money. And I'm finna tell you about a brother that's spending his own money on dish detergent and on toilet paper. But he still got to beg our people to buy from him, and his stuff is more affordable than the store that they going in. He ain't telling them, hey, y'all don't go inside the store, but can y'all at least get at least one thing from a brother before y'all go in the store? I ain't trying to put Walmart out of business. You know what I'm saying? Walmart letting him sit out there. He not panhandling, but they'll go walk right past Brother Antonio and go inside the store. Family, what's going on? Why would you go inside the store and it's a brother that's trying to start up his music stand, and many of us say, I don't like how the radio going today. I don't like how the internet is today. This brother got flash drives with pure music on there, with Abari Lashawan music on there, Hebrew language music on there. They're speaking Kodash language. He don't get no service hardly. What's going on, Mashpaka? And we say, well, I like real music. And we'll go and we'll pay and pay and pay for internet service or for phone service, and go on YouTube and go on whatever we going on and complain about why they playing this garbage, why they playing twerk nasty music all the time. Let me tell you something an artist told me. And I'm talking about a contemporary artist. A contemporary artist told me this one time. He said, hey, bro, if our people stop supporting that nasty music, then I guarantee you I make what they want me to make. Some people don't have that integrity to say, because that's why I'm not telling you who that person was. They was honest enough to tell me the truth. So I'm not finna throw them under the bus. But the brothers say that's the reason why a lot of artists is not changing their music, because they ain't got no integrity. So that's the reason why they still making the garbage that people keep going and buy. There's many artists that say, I wish I ain't had to cuss on my record, but I got to feed my children. There's many brothers and sisters in the hood that say, I wish that I ain't had to slang crack, but don't nobody want to give me no job. I got to beg for a job, and when I get a job, it don't even take care of my rent. So I'm tempted to go back out there and sell rock. But there are some people that are going work on a 9 to 5, make $12 or $15 an hour, that their life is worth more than. And there are a lot of people that say, I don't want to date no man that make $120 a day. I don't want to date him. I don't want to date no woman that will dress herself up nice. I want to dress up. I want to date a woman that show her behind to everybody. Our people mind is off. And like I said, the more you plant seeds, some of them seeds is going to start growing. So they done heard many of seeds from people that say that they don't have no integrity. So they going to put the garbage on the radio for you. Many of the labels say they ain't going to put out that positive music. They're not going to put that out because they got a quota that they're trying to reach. If I got a deal for $1 million, I got to pay them interest on that $1 million. So they say, I done gave this man $1 million. He owe me, I think they say 5 times of what he got. So he owe me $1 million plus 5. You pay that off. So a lot of them putting on dresses. A lot of them is stripping naked because they don't have no integrity. But when you let this word marinate, and see, this is the issue with a lot of these these things online that we trying to speak on. They'll shut down a channel that's trying to tell our people the right thing. They'll shut you down because that ain't where the money at. But if they leave people alone, people will put their money and put it in the right place. I'm not going to pay my daughter to go online and script naked, but I pay yours. And how do I get her to get to that state? I'm going to make sure that she can't afford nothing if she don't script and take off all her clothes. I'm going to make sure that this woman and her children is starving. And when she start trying to prostitute, if she don't get caught by an undercover cop, she going to make her money by prostituting her body. That's what people who are oppressed do. People who are oppressed is in drastic measures. They would do drastic things. That's why the scriptures say oppression make a wise man mad. What did the in Psalms, what I read to y'all the other day in Psalms chapter 37 mean? This is what I'm talking about today. How much? How much? If I own a business that's pulling in billions of dollars, why is my employees getting paid minimum wage? If I owned a painting company and all I'm doing is sitting on my tukis at my house, or I'm going on vacation when I want to, why he getting paid $25 an hour and I'm getting paid billions? Think about that. Why is people renting out buildings? Why is people renting buildings to tenants and the tenants is paying their taxes, but when they go and try to file for income tax, they get redlined. When they try to put their house up to a mortgage, they getting redlined. But this person is pulling every dime out of you. They not focusing on that, but they want you to go and vote. I said vote Yahweh Shai. That's why I say vote Yahweh Shai. Vote the couch and vote Yahweh Shai. That's what I say. Why in the world would you render unto Caesar what you supposed to render unto Yahweh Shai? Your body is the temple of Elohim. But why would we put a person in a position? What did the scripture say? Messiah say, woe unto those who cause one of these my little ones to stumble. It'll be better for them if a millstone were hung around their neck and it were tossed in the deepest part of the sea than for them to cause one of this my little ones to stumble. Yasharal is Yahweh's firstborn. They are all called, but not all who are called are chosen, because not all who are called repent and come to the only way, truth, and the life. In the meantime, many of them are out there in the street and there is nothing set up to lead them back home. Mama can't afford to take care of the grandbabies because mama got to pay all this money. Mama can't afford to take care of your baby because mama rent is so high and nobody don't want to help mama on her rent. Nobody don't want to help grandma with her light. Nobody don't want to help grandma with her water. How much is grandma worth? How much down there will you pay for the man down there at the club? $120. And some people is working 9 to 5 and that's all they make. What is your life worth, Yasharal? Look at the parallel. I guarantee you, if people got a problem with what I'm saying, then they love money to their own detriment. You can't trust nobody that would love money that much, that they would let you walk around naked pushing a basket outside without a place to stay, washing off inside of doctor's offices and washing off inside of gas stations because all they care about is their nasty, stinking pocket. I said a lot of these people that call themselves leaders, look, Messiah went and he inhaled Lazarus' body when he rose him from the tomb. And he didn't say the Bible don't say it's a transgression to smell corpse. Lazarus was out there, laid out there for 4 days. And the scripture say, behold, he stinketh. All right? Messiah didn't call that a sin. That wasn't no transgression. But let me show you what he said in the book of Revelation. He said the stank of how our people act. The stank. Now, how stank is a corpse? If a corpse don't make him mad, but the stank, the funk of how some of our people is acting that put their own self in leadership and say that y'all called them and y'all ain't called now one of them buzzers. I said a buzzer is a bird of prey. They are buzzers. A dog fight over bones, but a dog is more obedient than them. If you tell a dog to sit down, if you teach him, a dog will sit down. If you teach a dog not to bite, a dog won't bite. If you train a dog to share, a dog will share. But some of these leaders, what they call themselves, won't even share a pinto bean with you. They don't even want to share with the Israelites that got businesses that's trying to build up something with on farming. They don't even want to share a bean with you. They don't even want to give you $1 for a bean, but they want you to spend $6 on gas to run down there and vote for them for free. I said, vote for the couch. There are many people in this country alone that have been injured by hospitals. I'm one of them, by medical malpractice. And they don't give them nothing but $400 and something a month. But people that is not married get the maximum. But they want to go out there and feed other people that's suffering. But these so-called false Negro leaders and people that say they want you to vote for them don't even care if you go homeless tomorrow. They won't make no law for the landlord to stop doing what they're doing. They didn't make no law to stop people from overcharging you. If you go to Africa, they still say if you don't pay them taxes, you in trouble. These people that want you to vote for them, I said vote for Yahweh Shai. But they want to get mad at you because of whatever reason. Israelites, they mad at you. What they mad at you for? Why do you got a supremacist group that target? And see, the government done paid billions of dollars for the war on drugs. That wasn't a war on drugs. They told you it wasn't a war on drugs. It was a war on Israelites. I said, how much? How much? How much? How much it costs? How much it costs? That's why I said I'm praying for our people, no matter what part of the industry they in, that their eyes be open and that Yahweh trouble them and they come over to Yahweh's side. Because many artists say they don't like what they're doing. Many of them was raised up reading the Bible. Many of them growed up in homes that wasn't about all that. The ghetto wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't like what they say it is. You see what I'm saying? The ghetto is a bad experience, but it's not what they say it is on TV. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And many of them don't want to go to hell. What do we do? Psych ourselves out? I used to do that. Psych. Sometimes I do that. Some things I psych myself. Okay, psych. I'm ready now. I'm ready. I gotta go and tell somebody off because they told me about myself and I don't want to think about what they said. They told me what I was doing was wrong and I'm going to call them a hater. I'm finna make an album and I'm finna go in on them. Somebody say it's a transgression to be homosexual, so this hammer knocker go all out his way, make himself a demon on stage. He don't want to hear nothing you saying because he don't want to be pricked. They don't want to hear nothing you saying, so they say, I can just say I'm sorry. Because it's something in the inside, know that what's going on is wrong. Integrity, poverty, way to balance. How much? How much? Take everything that I got by distortion, that I got by unrighteous gain, and sell it? Give it all away? What I've been telling people to do all these years, make my seed, come and pay my seed? Wait a minute. I got to take everything I got and give it all? Take up my tree? Take up my lynching tree? Wait a minute here. Cadillac, Bugatti, jet, finest clothes, best restaurant, sell everything I got, take up my lynching tree? Wait a minute now. You mean Malcolm X, like Malcolm X did? Take up my lynching tree? You mean sell everything I got? Give to the poor? Wait a minute. So take all the wealth that I accumulated, because the system is set up to get rich by making Negroes poor and keeping them poor. So sell everything I got. Wait a minute. So sell everything I got. Wait a minute. I am white. I got privileges. So you telling me I got to sell the car service, the cars, back to those people over there? Wait a minute. So you saying I got to, in order to repair, I got to take the car service? You mean tell me I got to turn the light service? Negroes is the one that created lights. So I got to, you see the battle that people got? I got to, once they know the truth, wait a minute. If I'm Florida Power and Lights, I got to give everything I stole from Negroes back. And pay them 7 times over. How I'm going to do that? I got to start working for them and paying them debt that I owe them. What if they treat me like I treated them? Wait a minute. I've been buying up lands and putting potatoes on the land and growing potato plants and buying up land. You mean to tell me I'm one of the richest people on the earth and I got to sell all my profits to them? You know, the people Oh my goodness. You mean tell me I got to get back all this land? Wait a minute, and served it. Wait a minute. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know the price. The price. How much? How much? We'll pay how much? Our earthly goods to bring our grandmother back. But how much will you pay? I'm not racist. I have no hate in my heart. I love black people. Well, love without works is dead. Wait a minute now. You mean to tell me I am a Hamite and I saw these people there and their people are over here and I got to pay this one. I got to pay that one. I got to go to the village, sell everything I have all, and give it to them over there? Eh. Think about what I'm saying to you. Think about what I'm saying to you. How much? How much is your labor worth, Yasharal? 400 years. And even your minimum wage is a cheat to the poor of other nations to work. It is unlawful, even in the new Yerushalayim, to cheat. Wait a minute, in the new heaven and in the new earth, I can't cheat the strangers? So if I say your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, why am I not praying for help? I got to close my eyes. 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 I want to keep my job. I got to close my eyes. I want to keep my family. I got to close my eyes. I want to keep my job. I want to keep my money coming in. I want to keep my CNN job. I am white. I have privileges. I can't go back to those people at the church and tell them this. I can't tell my boss. Wait a minute. Think about what I'm saying to you. And once they figure it out, ask them to come back to us and ask us, who should we vote for? Yahweh Shai to save us? Because if he save us, he going to save the strangers that's following Yahweh. So the poor is going to be straight. But will they lose? Will they suffer a little loss for the temporary? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if they keep back land by the fraud. They say they want to pay reparations. Let's see. Let us see. Let us see if they give every dime they made back. Let us see if they pay all the money that's inside of all their bank account. They want to pay real reparation, so they won't complain. So when they give you a bribe to keep your mouth quiet, let us see if they really willing to pay reparation. Let us see. You want to give everything back, or is you gonna just do the right thing, huh? What's the right thing for you, leader? Huh? That's why I don't want to be no president. Because if I was the president, they'll call me the worstest president there ever be. Because all of the money in this whole country, all of the land and everything going back to the rightful owners. But can I do that? No, I can't do it. Because y'all said that he is the only one that's going to redeem. Think about what I'm saying. Think clearly about what I'm saying. Martin Luther King said, we going to get our check. What he said was effective. Termination. Wait a minute. So what is my job on the plantation? So what I'm telling you, vote Yahweh Shai. Because asking them, asking them, look at what happened to the leaders. I said, vote Yahushua. You need power. Vote Yahushua. He need to give it to you. Vote Yahushua. He had the hearts of kings in his hand, Mashpaka. I don't believe in that. I believe in this. I don't believe in that. I believe in this. Well, this one is the only one came to pass. The other ones is just what's that word? Distractions. The other ones is just distractions. This belief, that belief, but I could tell you what ain't no distraction. Them slave ships, they happen. I could tell you what ain't no distraction. You're the lender and not the borrower. That ain't no distraction. That's the truth. I could tell you what ain't no distraction. Real restitution is real restitution. I could tell you what's not no distraction. Only Yahweh has the power to give it to you. Even Abraham Lincoln didn't want to free you. Abraham Lincoln didn't even want to free you. But what he did angered them people so much until Abraham Lincoln was put up out of here. I wonder, why is Abraham Lincoln on a $5 bill? If they say if this country is not racist, shouldn't he have the $1 million bill if they make one? The $1 trillion bill? How much was his life worth? So, how much is your life worth, Yasharal? According to other people, your life don't worth nothing because you work 400 years for free and you still work at cheap labor right along with the poor of other nations, and you are and people is trying to force you to believe that you are so valuable to them that they will do nothing. They won't even try to make it a little bit better for you, which is the only thing that they really could do. But they don't even do that. They make it worse. Think about what I'm saying. Meditate on that and chew on that. I'm finna get off here. Think about your people's situation. So the next time you see a sister that tell you she is a scripper, or next time you see a brother that say that he's a drug dealer, next time you see somebody that's in the industry, look at it from this lens. Ask them, how much? Shalom to the hearers and the keepers of the word of Allahayim. Aman. Shalom, Sister Naomi. Shalom, Professor Lovely Lady. My wife finna knock. Okay. Shalom, Valentina, Val Baby. All right. Shalom, Naomi. Shalom, Sister Naomi. Shalom, Gift of Yah. Shalom, Professor Lovely Lady. She not like that. That was just a word of expression. Shalom, Sister Abigail Abayah. Aman. Please share and like the message. Mashpaka. And blessings on you.